Hey everybody, at this point I've already met with a third of the class and those meetings have been going great. It's been neat to be able to talk to you via Zoom and also to talk to those who've been able to come here to my office and meet me here in person. I started meeting with the second third of you yesterday. I did want to go over the project rubric for the course, which I'll be sending out here in a little bit. I'll be sending it out via email as well as attaching this to this week's announcement. This rubric is used to score your project presentation due in week 13 and your project artifacts in week 14. Notice how there are two separate portions of the rubric, one for the presentation and one for the project artifacts. There's some important things I want to highlight about this rubric. First of all, you'll notice that the rubric is split into two parts. The bottom part consists of the 100 points you earn on your project presentation. If you're in Rexburg, you will present at the Research and Creative Works Conference and have the choice between doing a 10-minute oral presentation or a 4-minute poster presentation. If you're outside of Rexburg, you should present to an interested and invested audience of at least 2 people, and you must do a 10-minute oral presentation. If you are outside of Rexburg, you also need to record your presentation and submit it to me via iLearn. If you're attending the RCW conference, then either I will see you there, or I will send someone to record your presentation, because sometimes students present at the same time, so it's impossible for me to be 2 places at one time. Notice how the presentation portion of the rubric focuses on delivery, professional dress, eye contact, visual aids, length of the presentation, and how well you can answer the questions at the end. You'll need to clearly explain the goals, process, results of your project. Make sure that you give the audience an opportunity at the end to ask you questions. Whether you're presenting in Rexburg or not, you'll need to do that. That's worth 25 points out of the 100 points. So being able to show your expertise and opening up to the questions at the end is a really important thing to do. In the past, some students have had the false impression that after the presentation is complete, that the course is over with. However, you must turn in your project artifacts in week 14. So I'm scrolling up here to the project artifact part of the rubric. Project artifacts are anything that prove what you have done throughout the semester and should be identified in the revised project proposal in week 4. So in week 4, you have this opportunity to turn in that revised project proposal, and it's your opportunity to make any tweaks. When I go to grade your project artifacts at the end, I'll bring that proposal up and I'll bring this rubric up, and I'm going to be making sure that you turned in what you said you were going to turn in. So I take that very literal, and I look for those specific things when I look over your week 4 revised project proposals. So anyways, these artifacts often take the form of pictures, drafts. Sometimes that's like different drafts of papers, outlines, websites, business plans, etc. If you have any questions about what you might use as a project artifact, you might let me know that you have a question. And as you can see here, your entire project is 60% of your grade. The final project artifacts are 150 points, and the final presentation is worth 100. Together, they make up 250 points. So please be sure to look at both sections of the rubric, read it carefully. These project artifacts, we're looking at the interdisciplinarity. Are you coming at your project from multiple perspectives? Are your goals authentic? Are they appropriate? Are you listening to the recommendations of your mentor? Your mentor actually will send in that mentor evaluation at the end of the semester, and I take that into account when I grade this. Did the student create a clear plan? Were you working on it throughout the semester, or were you rushing to cram it in at the very end? Did you meet the goals of your revised project proposal? Did you provide clear evidence that you met your goals? So that's a really important one. You'll see that that's graded highest. And then the organization, so when you turned in your project artifacts via iLearn, were they organized in a way that was easy to know what they were? Did you provide the context needed for me to be able to understand what it is that I was looking at? So hopefully that gives you a better explanation of a much better explanation of how you're going to be graded for the final. Wanted to get that out to you now to be completely transparent so that you know how you're being graded right now so that you can prepare for that. Kind of a spiritual thought for the week, I guess. I just finished the Book of Mormon here recently. At the end of the Book of Mormon, I'm always inspired by Moroni and his complete integrity despite all the turmoil that's going on around him. And I guess I kind of put myself in his shoes and wonder, if I'd be able to stand firm in those same circumstances and what I can do to strengthen myself spiritually. So I think Moroni teaches us that despite all that might be going on in our lives, the most important thing is our relationship with our Heavenly Father. And I know that if you put Him first, other things will definitely click for you. So hope that you have a great week. If you have any questions about the rubric or anything else in the course, please reach out to me. And I really look forward to meeting with the rest of the class here in the very near future. So I will talk to you again soon. Bye.